Hare Krishna. We continue to read from Teachings of Queen Kunti. We are on prayer 6, which is originally spoken in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.23. So we have been reading the purport already by Srila Prabhupada. I'll just read the translation again. O Rishikesha, master of the senses, the Lord of Lords, you have released your mother, Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. So we're going to continue to read with the purport. By Srila Prabhupada, above the human beings, they are demigods. As we human beings are above the lower animals, above us, there are demigods, the most important of whom are Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. So we, the human beings, we are superior than the animals. We are above the animals. And then above us are the demigods, the devtas. There are 33 crore devtas, the demigods. So many. Lord Indra, Lord Chandra, then we have the Surya Dev, so many, and different, who are managing the different departments of administration of this universe. And then the highest amongst all these demigods, the leaders of these demigods, the most important are Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma is the creator of this universe. Lord Shiva is its destroyer. And Lord Vishnu, who is Krishna himself, is its maintainer. So Brahmaji, we have been hearing how he's such an important position. We have been hearing in Srimad Bhagavatam that is such a responsible position because the universe is created by the Lord. All the elements are put inside the universe, be the living entities are put inside the universe. And now then it is Brahmaji's responsibility to give shape to everything, to give shape to the planets, to make sure which planet goes where, which living entity goes where. So that's a great responsibility. And Lord Shiva, his responsibility is to destroy the universe. What does Lord Vishnu do? Lord Vishnu maintains. And what is Lord Vishnu's position? He's Krishna himself. He's Krishna himself. For the maintenance of this material world, there are three gunas or modes of material nature. Sattva gun, the mode of goodness. Rajogun, the mode of passion. And Tamogun, the mode of ignorance. Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva have each taken charge of one of these modes. Lord Vishnu of Sattvagun, Lord Brahma of Rajogun, and Lord Shiva of Tamogun. So Rajas, Sattva, and Tamas. So we know that. So then yet, these three controllers are not under the influence of the gunas. Just as the superintendent of a jail is not a prisoner, but the controlling officer. So Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Brahma control these gunas and are not under the control of the gunas. So Lord Brahma, he's controlling the mode of passion. He's not controlled by the mode of passion. Lord Shiva, he is not in ignorance. No, he's a pure devotee of the Lord. He cannot be in ignorance. But he is the controller of the mode of ignorance. Yes, similarly, Lord Vishnu, he is not under the control of mode of goodness. No, he is the controller of the mode of goodness. Well, Lord Vishnu is controlling everything. We'll see, but above all others, the supreme controller is Krishna, who is known as Rishikesh. So who is the supreme controller? We always see there is each of us, we feel, okay, we are controlled. We are the controllers. We have a certain area of control. But if we do some research, we'll find that there is someone who's controlling me. There is a superior controller than me. We just have to analyze that a bit. And when we see, we will come to the Krishna. He's the supreme controller. No one controls Krishna. He's Rishikesha. There is no one who controls Krishna. He's the Supreme Lord. The word Rishika means senses. We are enjoying our senses, but ultimately the controller of the senses is Krishna. So Rishikesh, why is Krishna called Rishikesh? Because it means the owner of the senses. He is the owner of the senses. Consider my hand, for example. I claim this is my hand. I can fight with you with a good fist. I'm very much proud, but I am not the controller. The controller is Krishna. Why? Because if he withdraws my hand's power to act, the hand will be paralyzed. So, although I am claiming it is my hand and I shall use it, but when it is paralyzed, I can't do anything. Therefore, I should understand that although I possess this hand, it's only by the grace of Krishna, but I am not its controller. And this is Krishna consciousness. Yeah, so, we have seen, or ourselves might have been in situations where we are so sick to get up, although the body is there, but we can't get out of bed, or the body gets some disease. So if it is under our control, we should be able to stop the disease from entering the body. But we are not able to, or the eyes are getting weak. If we are able to control the eyes, we should be able to control the power of the eyes, but we are not. We are not able to control. Sure, we make some arrangements. Then we wear glasses, but that's a great boon. Sure, yes, but as far as control is concerned, we are not able to control our senses. And so this is the reason we should be able to understand that who is the owner of the senses, and that is Krishna. It's Krishna. So a sane man will think, if this hand is ultimately controlled by Krishna, then it is meant for Krishna. This is a common sense understanding. So if we understand, if my hand, the controller of my hand is Krishna, means the owner of my hand is Krishna, then it means it's for him, no? It's meant for him. So I claim this is my hand, this is my leg, this is my ear. We say that, right? We say this is my hand, my leg, my ear. Even a child will speak this way. If we ask a child, what is this? He will say, it is my hand. But regardless of what we claim, it is actually not our hand. It is given to us. It is given to us. Because I wanted to use my hand in so many ways, Krishna has given it to me. All right, take this hand and use it. So it is a gift from Krishna. And therefore, a sane man always consciously thinks, whatever I have in my possession, beginning with this body and my senses, is actually not mine. I have been given all these possessions to use. And if everything ultimately belongs to Krishna, then why not use everything for Krishna? This is intelligence, and this is Krishna consciousness. So we are thinking my hand, my body, my leg, but we are able to understand. If we are able to understand, hey, I'm saying it's mine, but how is it mine? How is it actually mine? I'm not able to control it. I'm not. And there will be a time where I will be forced to leave the body. If it is mine, then why shall I be forced to leave the body? I don't want to leave it, but I'll be forced to leave it. So we can understand it is not truly mine. So then what is intelligence? To understand whose is it. So intelligence is to understand it belongs to Krishna. And then if it belongs to Krishna, then it should be engaged in the service of Krishna. It should be used for Krishna because it is his. And this is intelligence. This is Krishna consciousness. So everything belongs to Krishna. Everyone is a part and parcel of Krishna. Mamai vamso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verse 15, Mama vamso Mamai vamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. And therefore everyone's senses are also Krishna's. Krishna says that all living entities, who are they? They are my parts and parcels. And so our senses, all our senses, they belong to Krishna. When we use the senses for Krishna's service, we attain the perfection of life. Therefore, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. When by our senses, Rishikena, we serve Rishikesh, the real master of the senses. That service is called bhakti. This is a very simple definition of bhakti. So we understand, oh, the senses, they don't belong to me, they belong to Krishna. So I should use it for the service of Krishna. That is bhakti. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. This is bhakti, that by our senses, we are serving the master of the senses, the real master of the senses. Rishikesha Sevanam, not Rishika Sevanam. Service to the supreme master of the senses, not to the senses themselves. What we are doing now is we are serving our senses. The eyes want to see something. We say, okay, I'm going to see whatever the eyes want to see. The tongue wants to eat something or to speak something. And so we say, okay, I'm going to eat or speak whatever the tongue wants to do. So we are right now serving our senses. But what is the perfection actually? To engage these senses in the service of the Lord. When we use our senses for sense gratification, we are in Maya, illusion. But when we use our senses for the gratification of the master of the senses, that service is called bhakti. Bhakti. So same. So I want to see something. I want to enjoy. The eyes are saying, see something, see something. And if I think I'm the owner, I can do whatever, then I will see. Use it for the satisfaction of the sense. That is Maya. But with the same eyes, I understand. The eyes belong to Krishna. And so I see everything I see as belonging to Krishna, as a part and parcel of Krishna. I see every living entity as a spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. I see Krishna's beautiful creation everywhere. Then that is engaging the sense in the service of Krishna, rightfully using the sense then. That is bhakti. Then that is bhakti. But with our tongue, we like to talk everything, a lot of nonsense. But with the same tongue, if we hear and chant about Krishna, we discuss about the glories of Krishna, that is bhakti. That is bhakti. So in this material world, everyone is generally using his senses for sense gratification. That is Maya, illusion. And that is the cause of one's bondage. Because we are saying, oh, I want to enjoy it is mine. This body is mine. And I want to enjoy this body. That is Maya. And and that is the illusion. And that's the reason we are here in this material world. And that's the reason that keeps us continuously here in the material world. We have been here already since millions and millions of births, millions and millions of bodies we have taken, and we are still thinking, I want to enjoy the body. And that is illusion. But when one comes to Krishna consciousness, when one is purified and understands that, what is the purification? What is the understanding? that the senses are actually meant for satisfying Krishna, then he's a liberated person, Mukta Purusha. So when we come to the understanding, oh, the senses don't belong to me, they belong to Krishna, then, oh, so then I need to use them in the service of Krishna, then that is liberation. Then such a person is liberated person when he comes to understand, well, these senses are not for me to exploit. These senses are not, they don't belong to me. They belong to Krishna, and I should use them for Krishna. Then that person is liberated. Any questions or comments? So the easiest way that we can use our senses by hearing. Here we can engage our ears in hearing the glories of Krishna and hearing the holy name, and chanting by using our tongue, chant the holy name, chant the glories of Krishna, taste Krishna Prasad, and this is engaging the service in the senses in the service of Krishna. And then we become purified with that. We begin to understand, I'm not the body. I am originally Krishna conscious. We'll stop here for today. Thank you so much for listening in and joining in. Kunti Maharani ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Krishna.